This is kind of a second part video of my DSLR scanning video, because I read in the comments like a projection lens should improve the quality of my scans, or special macro lenses compared to my Canon lens. So here we have it. This is a Rodenstock Rodagon 80mm 4.0. That's an enlargement lens for my medium format enlarger. This lens is very affordable. You can get it from 120 euros. And today I'm going to show you how it improved my DSLR scans. You can either let the aperture click in place, or just deactivate the clicking. To be able to focus with this lens, you need a bellow. I got this Novoflex one for 40 euros on eBay. For focusing, you can use that knob to move the whole bellow up and down. And with that knob, you can extend and retract the bellow. On the other sides, you have two more knobs to lock the bellow in place. I went for an M42 version, so I can connect M39 lenses with adapters or M42 projection lenses. And here you can see them side by side, the huge Canon macro lens and the tiny projection lens from Rodenstock. Because this tiny lens is made to project on flat surfaces, it should perform much better in the corners than the Canon lens. Let's see if this is true. Valoi were very kind to send me over the new version of the 360 film holder, and I would like to briefly show you the differences between the old and new version. I will do a free giveaway of my old Valoi 360 Advancer, so hang on to a later part of the video where I explain how you can get it. This is the first of the main differences. Now you can screw down the film holder with some screws. This version also came with an adapter for my cine still light. This made it much more easy to adjust everything. And it also came with the duster. The duster is like a little brush that cleans your negatives every time before you scan them. Now you can see I screw down the film holder and everything fits perfectly. It's very steady and very well built. With my self-printed hood, it's now ready to scan some film. I will give away my old Advancer with the 3D printed light holder on my Patreon page. Just become a free member or member and comment underneath the posting for the free giveaway. To do the image quality comparison, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to share some images that are meaningful to me, and therefore I waited until this roll was finished. If you follow my channel for some time, you know I'm working on a book that is called Inspired Series. This book is about inspiring people, a portrait with the wet lead coloring process, and now additionally I will do some reportage images on analog film and digital, and this is the first roll of film for the series. While the film roll was drying, I set up the scanning solution and tested at what f-stop the lens performs at its best. I came up with f8, and let me show you why is that. Here again my scanning solution, and now we switch over to Lightroom, and you can see I already marked some images, and they are from the lowest f-stop until higher ones, and I'll show you what the difference is right now. Let's start with the center sharpness. First one is 4, then we have 4.8, 5.6, 6.7 and 8, and then 9.5 and 11. At 11 and 9.5 I lose a lot of sharpness, and at f8 it gets sharper again. A little more at 6.7 and 5.6. Now I show you the corner sharpness and you will understand why I chose f8. When we go through the different f-stops, you can see that f8 is clearly very sharp, while f9.5 and 11 may be sharper, but then the center sharpness will decrease again. And 6.7 lacks a little bit on sharpness on the border, so I went with f8. As you can see during the screen capture, I really chose for myself what would be the best f-stop to scan the negatives. And at the end I compared it again with the center sharpness compared to the corner sharpness. After this decision, I made the same test with the Canon lens and compared it with the projection lens. For both lenses I used my Leica M11 at ISO 64. So I scanned M2 negatives with a Leica M11. Some kind of Leica inception, right? As you can see now, this image is from the projection lens, and with the projection lens I got a little bit closer than with the Canon macro lens. And that again means the Canon lens should have an advantage against the projection lens. Let's try to figure out by yourself what's the Canon lens and what's the projection lens. So right now I would say the lens on the right side is a little bit less sharp. Let's have a look at the corner. Yeah, and here you have it. The projection lens is super sharp or very sharp at the corners compared to the Canon lens. Let's have a look in the upper corner. Here you can see it even more how sharp the projection lens is at the corners. These corners are a little bit sharper compared to the projection lens, but still it's much sharper. But one of you guys mentioned that in the comments in my last video that this could be the floating element for the image stabilization. Here again in the center, the projection lens looks a little bit less sharp. Maybe it would be better with f6.7, but then the corner sharpness would be a little bit worse again. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Please remember, these images were shown in a 300% magnification, so mostly nobody will look at your negatives at this size. But at the end, I think a 120 euro projection lens does a wonderful job for its money. And as promised now, I'll show you a little sneak peek for the first analog reportage image for my Inspired series. This is Michael White, a producer, director, author and special effect technician. I will link one video of the Inspired series up in the corner and down below. At the weekend I had my own exhibition, I had some great visitors. Here is Ariel, one of the co-founders of Valoi. It was so nice meeting you again, hope to see you soon again. And this is Piotr, another photographer friend that shoots a lot of analog. It was great seeing you all guys again. And of course I had to do one selfie. And at the very end I got a very nice surprise in my mailbox from Ariel. He shot a wonderful portrait of me. I really love it. Thank you so much. This will find a special place in my home. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe or comment if you have any questions. Thanks to my Patreon supporters, and as always, I'll be back guys.